Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video review, we're going to have a quick update on Tron. I was really hoping that I did not have to do this video on Tron for at least a couple of weeks, but I've been getting questions on Tron, what's going on with Tron, where's this bull flag, and why is it not breaking out, like with a higher volume, and like whatever like momentum we have on the upside is getting sold at. So I just wanted to give a quick video update on Tron and why it's not getting out of this consolidation pattern right now. So I've been watching Tron for about a week now, like, just wanted to monitor the situation, what's going on with Tron, and it's just at its junction right now where it's like, shot up, as went all the way up to 30 cents. This is, by the way, is Tron to Bitcoin, so that's why you're seeing like much lower numbers here. But Tron to USD is around 9 cents right now. It's about 9 cents, and there's a major support that is coming up, which is around 8 cents. So if I blow this up a little bit higher, so if you see this candlestick right here, which was January the 2nd, when it originally spiked up, this was there was a nice support here, or previous resistance, now support. So if you see that, I marked it in the red right here. So that's it's a major support that's coming up for Tron, which is around 8 cents, maybe a little bit higher than 8 cents. But that support is coming up, and I just wanted to get you up to the speed on what's going on with Tron. We added the position around 10 cents. We added a little bit more position, and I'm planning to hold Tron for longer term, just because it's one of those project that have a lot of potential on upside rather than on downside. So the ratio on the upside is much higher. So I'm planning to hold it for a longer term for Tron. But some of the positive things that we really want to see from Tron is as you know, Tron is Justin's son. He's one of the founders for Tron project, and he is pretty active on social media. So if you go to his social media page on Twitter, you will see that they recently filed an official application in Japan for Japanese exchange to list the Tron on Japanese exchange, which is very good, and hopefully it will get approved, and Tron will start trading in Japan. Other thing is, there is some announcement that's supposed to come out from Tron. They haven't really released it yet. So there are a few things that Tron is working on, but again, this Justin's son, he's very active on Twitter. You will see they recently signed a former banker for their security expert to join the Tron team. So they are expanding. It's not one of those projects that is just sitting idle, and they are constantly expanding. So that's a good sign. And the fact is, you want to follow a person rather than following a project. Because if you think about it, just take a moment, take a step back and just think about it. What is Tron? Tron is just a name, right? But there are a lot of people who are involved in this project, like Justin's son. There are many more technical guys who might be involved in it. So the whole strategy should be what kind of team that you're following. A lot of people miss on that. I feel like a lot of people miss, just follow the project blindly, and they're not worried about who is behind that project, who is managing that project, because the project can go as much as the people behind it. Just think about it for a second. Take example for Facebook. Facebook I mean, we had things like Facebook before, like, you know, we had MySpace, we had, like, you know, some other, like, you know, social networking. But why did Facebook like took off? Why did, like, you know, Facebook is so successful compared to a lot of other, like, you know, social media platforms that were in that same category back in 2003 2004 time frame? Just because the people behind it, they were so driven to actually take their project or take their, like, you know, foundation to a next level. And that's where a lot of people fail. Just because you have a good idea doesn't mean that you'll succeed. You need to implement that good idea into a great idea, and you need to make it profitable. So just think about it. You know, it's one of those things that you can't just blindly follow a project. Like, you know, okay, I'm going to take you know, cryptocurrency to the moon. That's great. I mean, but have you thought about having what is the use of that? Like, you know, you can't just, like, you know, have something out of imagination and call it, oh, that's so great or perfect, like, let's get on it. No, that doesn't work. It needs to have, like, you know, plan behind it. It needs to have people behind it. It needs to have smart people who are driven behind it. The project is as good as its people who are behind it. So for coming back to Tron, it's Justin Sun. He's been pretty involved in social media. He's very driven and passionate about his project. So those are all good signs. I mean, those are the, you know, this is still early project. You have to realize, like, nobody, you know, these are all this early stages. You know, this can be you know, who knows how high it can go, but this is all in early stage. So you have to realize, so follow the trend of people, smart people who are passionate and driven about, you know, their projects, their, like, you know, their company, their, like, you know, foundation, whatever it is. So in this case, it's Justin Sun who is behind Tron. I feel like he's very, you know, active on social media, which is going to be, like, you know, that's a very good sign, because in nowadays and age, you have to be active on social media in order to promote your product. It cannot be, you cannot be just hands off and sitting and like, you know, sitting behind closed door and expect it to blow up. No, the founders, you know, the main people behind the project really have to be proactive in a way to promote their project and make sure they are bringing the right people to, you know, push the project at the next level. And in this case, he is bringing a lot of good people to you know, make sure the project is keep on going up and up, and you know, and have a lot of potential. So so Tron is one of those projects that have, I think, has a good team behind it, and in my opinion, I think it's a long-term project and it is here to stay. So that's my 2 cents on the fundamental of Tron. All right, now let's go to the technical of the Tron. So when I talked about technical last week, that it's in the bull flag, it needs to break out with a higher volume. It tried to do that. If you can see it on 110, on January 10th, it tried to break out with the higher volume, but there was enough sellers who just wanted to get out of it, probably who are the ones who bought it around 30 cents, and they just, you know, sold it, and they just want to get out of the you know, Tron position, and they sold it, which is fine. That's up to that's their decision. But since then, it's been consolidating. So I feel like in next week or so, there might be some news coming out of Tron that might push the you know, get out of this this wedge pattern right here. And there is a support that's coming at 8 cents. There's a major support that's coming. Let me go to the smaller time frame. There is a major support that we're sitting at right now. The RSI, if you see, it's a little bit oversold here as well in the smaller time frame. So it needs to just have a little momentum on the Tron side at this point. If there's a good announcement that's come out, people will jump in. And overall, if you see the whole cryptocurrency market right now, Bitcoin is down. Let's see, Bitcoin is sitting right at the support level. It's touching all those, you know, bottoms. Which is I don't like seeing, like, you know, having the support touched so many times, because the multiple time that it touches the support, the higher likelihood that it will break that support line. Same thing goes with the resistance. So it's the multiple time that a price action touches that resistance, it will break that resistance. So let's say if the price action is touching the resistance of 20,000 in Bitcoin, 5 times or 3 times, let's say it's touching 3 times, it most likely it will, like, you know, break it eventually. So, and this is what's going on here. So I people need to, like, you know, step in here, who are the big investors, are the big whale, and they have to push the price action higher. So right now, a few things negative about Bitcoin is, like, the transaction fees is so congested. The networks are so congested in Bitcoin. The transaction fees are much higher in Bitcoin. So those are some of the major hurdle for Bitcoin. But in long run, Bitcoin is still going to be the big daddy. There's no question and doubts about it. Long run, Bitcoin. Right now, if you see the price action for Ethereum, it's been, like, you know, going up and high. But when Bitcoins start moving, it will make Ethereum look like a small little puppy. All right, so stay tuned. I will give another price I will give a price prediction for Bitcoin. What is my price prediction for Bitcoin for year end, and what is my price prediction for Litecoin for year end. I will be posting those videos soon, so stay tuned with the channel. Please subscribe and like the video. I will be posting daily content. If you think this helped you, if you think you have learned something today, then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will be posting new content for you every day. Alright guys, that's all for me today, and I will be posting those predictions for Bitcoin and Litecoin in coming probably, like, later today or tomorrow. Alright, so stay tuned, subscribe, and I will be getting them posted as soon as possible. Alright, thank you.